Miles Sampa shocks PF. Dead or alive, I'll hand the presidency back to Edgar Lungu. Zambia's opposition has been thrown into fresh turmoil. Miles Sampa, once seen as a controversial figure within the Patriotic Front, has made a jaw-dropping declaration. Dead or alive, I'll hand the PF presidency back to Edgar Lungu. This dramatic vow has reignited divisions inside PF, exposing loyalty wars, power struggles, and the haunting shadow of Lungu's legacy. But what does this mean for the future of the party and Zambia's 2026 elections? Is Sampa's pledge a show of loyalty or a dangerous gamble that could break PF even further? Stay with us, because this shocking twist changes everything. Shocking defiance in Zambia's opposition. Miles Sampa drops a bombshell, vowing dead or alive, I'll hand over the PF presidency to Edgar Lungu even after his June 2025 death. In a high court ruling looming on October 5, 2025, Sampa reaffirms his reconciliation promise. After taking PF reins post-Lungu's retirement, he pledged handover upon Lungu's political return, now hauntingly extended beyond the grave. Amid succession chaos, family feuds, and 2026 election stakes, is this loyalty or lunacy fueling PF meltdown? Sampa stands firm before lawyers, defying death's finality. If you're gripped by PF's drama, from burial battles to bizarre oaths, this is explosive. Hit play. The Undead Pledge unfolds. Welcome to InspirAfrica Official, your home for Africa's most explosive political documentaries. In this video, we turn to Zambia, where Miles Sampa's shocking statement has sent shockwaves through the Patriotic Front. By pledging undying loyalty to Edgar Lungu, even beyond life itself, Sampa has reopened wounds in a party already battling internal wars. What lies behind this statement? Is it a strategy to win back grassroots support or a message to silence PF's growing factions? Tonight, we unpack the drama, the players, and the truth behind Sampa's vow and why it could reshape Zambia's political future. Miles Sampa has stunned Zambia's political scene with a dramatic declaration. Dead or alive, I will hand the PF presidency back to Edgar Lungu. This vow has reignited the succession wars inside the PF, raising questions about loyalty, leadership, and Zambia's political future ahead of 2026. In this InspirAfrica official documentary, we uncover why Miles Sampa made this shocking pledge, the deep divisions haunting the Patriotic Front, how Edgar Lungu's legacy still dominates PF politics, what this means for Zambia's 2026 elections. Watch till the end for the full story behind Sampa's shocking loyalty oath. Why Miles Sampa made this shocking pledge. In the shadowed halls of Zambian politics, a pledge that defies death itself. Dead or alive, I'll hand the presidency back to Edgar Lungu. Miles Sampa's words echo like a ghost in the machine of power. What drives a man to bind his fate to a fallen leader? After Edgar Lungu's retirement post-2021, the Patriotic Front fractured. Sampa seized the presidency in a disputed convention. Courts clashed, loyalty splintered. But when Lungu re-emerged, hungry for the fray, reconciliation bloomed. Sampa pledged to yield the throne, a vow of unity amid chaos, to heal the party's wounds and challenge the ruling UPND. In May 2025, he stepped aside, endorsing Lungu for 2026, only for tragedy to strike. Lungu's sudden death in a South African clinic, whispers of poison, calls for probes, left Sampa's promise haunting. Why this unyielding oath? Loyalty? Strategy? Or a bid to etch his name in PF lore? As courts deliberate transferring power to a memory, Sampa stands firm, shocking allies and foes alike. Zambia's opposition teeters. Will Sampa's ghost pledge unite or unravel the PF? Tune in as we probe deeper. The truth may yet resurrect. The deep divisions haunting the Patriotic Front. In the labyrinth of Zambian power, a promise forged in fire, unyielding even to death. Dead or alive, I'll hand the presidency back to Edgar Lungu. Miles Sampa's defiant oath reverberates through the ruins of the Patriotic Front, where loyalties fracture like brittle glass. What spectral divisions drive this unbreakable vow and threaten to bury a once mighty party? The PF saga began in the ashes of 2021 defeat when Edgar Lungu's retirement unleashed chaos. Sampa, former Lusaka mayor, seized the presidency in a disputed conference, sparking expulsions, suspensions, and endless court battles. Lungu's 2023 comeback deepened the rift, pitting his faction against Sampa's in a war of conventions and constitutions. Amid whispers of opportunism, Sampa's May 1, 2025, handover seemed a truce, endorsing Lungu for 2026, reuniting camps in hugs at the Secretariat. But fate twisted cruelly. Lungu's June 5th death in a Pretoria clinic, cardiac arrest post-surgery, shrouded in poison allegations from family and PF voices. Funeral feuds erupted, government versus family over repatriation, state honors rejected, body battles dragging into August. Now, as High Court Judge Concept Zulu Sampa's plea to transfer a vacant throne, rival aspirants like millionaire Willem Mutalo flock to shadows, while Tant's alliance crumbles in confusion. Anecdotes of betrayal echo. Sampa, once Judas to some, now a ghost-bound loyalist in a party devouring itself. The PF haunts its own halls, divisions devouring dreams of 2026 resurgence. Will Sampa's pledge resurrect unity or seal the opposition's fate? As courts convene and factions feud, Zambia watches. The grave may hold more secrets than solace. Delve deeper, the unraveling awaits. How Edgar Lungu's legacy still dominates PF politics. From beyond the veil, a legacy that refuses to fade. Dead or alive, I'll hand the presidency back to Edgar Lungu. Miles Sampa's unshakable vow binds the living to the departed as the ghost of Lungu looms over the Patriotic Front's fractured throne. How does one man's shadow still dictate the dance of power? Edgar Lungu's imprint began in chaos. Rising from SADA's 2014 death as a unifying compromise, he steered PF through triumphs and 2021's crushing defeat. Retirement yielded to 2023's fiery return, reclaiming leadership amid Sampa's controversial convention seizure, courts clashing, factions warring. Lungu forged the Tant's alliance, his charisma the glue binding over 11 parties against Hichilema's UPND. Yet constitutional bars sidelined him for 2026, whispers of ruling party meddling fueling the fire. Sampa, once a rival, bowed in reconciliation on May 1st, 2025, pledging the presidency back, a testament to Lungu's enduring pull. Tragedy struck June 5th, Lungu's death post-surgery, shrouded in family cries of poisoning and government denial of medical freedoms, funeral feuds erupting, state honors rejected, body repatriation battles raging. Post-mortem, his specter dominates. Sampa's October 2025 reaffirmation shocks as aspirants like Makibi Zulu and Peter Chanda claim hand-picked heir status to carry the torch. PF factions Sampa, Lubinda, Shabinga clash in courts, alliances crumble without his moderating force, legacy a double-edged sword of unity and division. Anecdotes abound. Lungu's One Zambia, One Nation creed invoked amid infighting, his polarizing reforms and repressions echoing in every debate. Even in death, Lungu's legacy commands the PF's destiny, fueling poison probes, air hunts, and opposition woes ahead of 2026. Will his ghost forge resurgence or haunt the party to irrelevance? As High Court looms on Sampa's plea, Zambia ponders, can a shadow lead? Uncover the echoes, the past grips the future. What this means for Zambia's 2026 elections. In the twilight of Zambian intrigue, a pledge that mocks mortality. Dead or alive, I'll hand the presidency back to Edgar Lungu. Miles Sampa's spectral vow echoes through the Patriotic Front's hollow halls as 2026 looms like a gathering storm. What ripples from this ghostly promise could drown the opposition's dreams? Sampa's May 1st oath sealed a fragile PF truce, endorsing the barred Lungu, disqualified by Constitutional Court for exceeding 2 terms, as Tant's alliance's 2026 torchbearer against Hichilema's UPND. Lungu, unifier of fractured foes, forged taunts from over 11 parties, his charisma the fragile glue binding PF's warring camps, Sampa, Lubinda, Shabinga, against economic woes and democratic gripes. Yet death shattered the pact, cardiac arrest post-surgery, family alleging poisoning and medical denials, body repatriation battles raging into August, government versus kin in Pretoria courts, state honors spurned. Sampa's October reaffirmation shocks, High Court petition to transfer presidency to avoid, as aspirants, Mundable Chanda, claim Lungu's heir mantle, taunts teetering in suspensions and snipes. Anecdotes of betrayal swirl. Lungu's One Zambia creed invoked amid infighting, his polarizing rule, debt repression, haunting every succession bid. Sampa's defiance deepens PF's abyss. Lungu's vacuum fragments taunts, handing Hichilema unchallenged reigns amid voter fatigue. Without unity, opposition crumbles, multi-party dreams dim. Can a phantom pledge rally the ghosts, or give 2026 to the incumbent? As courts clash and alliances fracture, Zambia's ballot awaits. The dead may yet vote. Probe the peril, the election's fate hangs.